I didn't want to have to make this video, but unfortunately, events led up to this point, and now I'm in this situation, and now I'm full of regret, all because of me sharing my opinion and just being curious about what has been happening at Bayside Marketplace Mall in Miami, Florida. Since I shared some of that footage of these alien speculations and some of the chaos and things that have been happening at the mall, things have happened because of that. Now, at first, I thought everything was fine. I'm just sharing my opinion. And there were people out there saying there's other people trying to hush people and silence them and censor them. And they don't want people letting everybody know what's really going on. If there is something supposedly really going on that's being covered up. And I did have this supposed witness that spoke up, and then they recanted their statement and took it back. And then I made an announcement about that. And everything I've been sharing about what's been happening at Miami Mall has been just my opinion based on the footage of the speculation of aliens and a big cover up and all the other things that everyone is sharing on social media. But unfortunately, this has caused something that I was fearing could possibly happen. And that is, I had just been released from my employment. I have lost my job. All because of this whole thing that I shared about Miami Mall, because of the supposed aliens that I had looked into and analyzed with software that's able to get a better enhanced look at the video clips. All because I shared my opinions. And I was trying to be neutral as possible and not be one way or the other on the topic. I was just trying to find the truth and find the logic behind what was being shared. And it cost me my job. And I have big regrets even doing this. As much as I wanted to share my opinions with you and share my findings, in the back of my head, I was always thinking, whenever I share any kind of content like this, especially when I was running around the house, chasing supposed ghosts, having a haunted house, because if I don't say supposed, then people think I'm crazy. And I'm not saying that anyone who has an experience with ghosts or aliens is a crazy person. But when you look at it in the eyes of the employer, you might have an employer who doesn't believe in that stuff. And then you go talking about it, then they're going to think you're crazy. And unfortunately, I had lost my job because of this whole alien thing. And I am like 99% sure that's why I lost my job. My employer had called me today. Now, I didn't even get a chance to start this new job. This is electrical work. It's supposed to start next week. And I get fired before I even get to start on my first day. They call me up and they said, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" And I go, "Yeah." But I was very hesitant because I don't really like to share that fact with employers or even people in general that I know personally, because then I feel like if they see me running around the house with EMF meters and ghost detectors and talking to spirits, they're going to think I'm crazy. And even though I don't think someone would be crazy if they were to do that, I'm just trying to think about how other people may perceive that. And so that fear was always in the back of my head. And I've mentioned that kind of fear in previous videos. And that's why I was pulling back from doing ghost hunting or haunted house videos in my own house, because I was trying to not be that person running around in my house screaming at the walls and yelling at ghosts. You know, I just didn't want that to become an issue with people in the community or with potential employers. And here we are. An employer fires me, and now I have lost a pretty decent paying job, and now I'm back to square one. I mean, I just sold my Tesla because I couldn't afford to keep it, because ever since the pandemic, my income has just dwindled down to barely anything. And then I finally find a glimpse of hope, and then now it's taken away because of a couple videos getting a lot of views on this channel, because some of these videos got hundreds of thousands of views. And apparently it got into the wrong eyes, and that was my employer's eyes. Now they think I'm crazy talking about aliens, and maybe it's not the whole alien topic. Maybe they started looking at my other videos of me running around the house doing the whole paranormal investigating and claiming my house is haunted. Maybe that became the issue. But all I know is they asked me, and I said yes. I wasn't going to lie and say no. And they go, "Well, that's interesting." And he says, "So I see you got quite a bit of following there." And I go, "Yeah, I've started like 16 years ago. You know, I started making videos." And he goes, "Well, it seems like a pretty interesting hobby." Then after that, he says, "Well, anyway, I just was calling you to say that the position I have available for you is no longer available." And so that was pretty much it. And he says, if there's another opening in the future, he'll let me know. And then he says, "Take care and have a nice day," whatever. And it was kind of short and brief. And that was it. Why did he ask me if I had a YouTube channel? before letting me know that, okay, that's it, position is filled? What if I said no? Then he would have said, okay, we'll see you next week. So I have a feeling that because I confirmed that I had a YouTube channel, then boom. Because, hey, maybe he recognized my face, because I did have an interview. And so he's like, wait a minute, it looks like the guy that I just interviewed for the electrical work. Now I'm going to go call to verify if that's really him or not. Because, when you first meet somebody, you might think, oh, he looks like that person or that person. Until you see them enough, then you realize, okay, he's not that person. Then maybe he thought I was that guy on YouTube chasing ghosts. And apparently I am that guy, right? So I confirmed his hunch, or whatever you want to call it. So it cost me my job. So now these videos I did about the supposed alien situation at Bayside Marketplace in Miami, it cost me my job. Even though the videos did really well, hundreds of thousands of views, was it really worth my job? Now I got to find work again. And I've been looking for work since I moved down here, since I downsized into this much smaller home, because I had a beautiful big home up north. I was raising my family up in a beautiful home. It was a different lifestyle. And then I had to give it all up because of financial reasons, especially since the pandemic. And then I had to move somewhere where it was cheaper to live. And then now I'm out of work. Now I have regrets. Doing this whole topic has now put me in a situation. Yeah, it may have given my channel some kind of a boost, but at this point, it's kind of too late. So maybe I need to just focus on YouTube and focus on trying to make that whole situation better again and just be a full-time YouTuber. I don't know what to do. It's not going to pay much, but it's better than being homeless. So I've got to figure things out. Maybe I'll reconnect in the membership area with some new content. I do have a members area on YouTube. And so maybe it's time to get extra creative in the members area and bring some more compelling and interesting and more personal content in the members area. So that could become more exciting. I know I have the early access member opportunity for those of you who are early access members to see content before it is public. I'm going to focus more on creating a bigger membership area and then bringing more content to the members area. So be on the lookout for some changes for the better, because I feel like I'm going to have to focus more on YouTube, because I feel like now it's too late to turn the roads back, go back the other way. I feel like if an employer had already told me I don't have a job anymore because of the whole paranormal experiences that I shared on YouTube, I'm not going to just quit YouTube and say goodbye to everybody and living in fear thinking I'm never going to get a job. I need to find a job somewhere where someone can respect my YouTube hobby and respect my creativity and my opinions, whether or not what happens is real or not. They just need to respect me for who I am as a content creator and accept that and not let it affect me when it comes to my employment. Now, I'd much rather just continue to work for myself like I have been for the last couple of decades, because, I really enjoy having the freedom to do the things that I like to do on my own time and my own terms and have more control over my life. But in the meantime, I have to do things to be able to keep my home. So that's where I am right now. A lot of frustration, a lot of fears and uncertainty. I'm dealing with a lot of health issues, even though I take care of myself and I exercise and I'm always busy moving around. It's constantly outdoors. I have a lot of things that I have to take care of. But that's what's happening right now. So I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do. This whole witness or supposed witness spoke up. I feel like everyone was trying to censor that. The video just disappeared. It's like someone is maybe saying something behind the scenes. Maybe some kind of word got to one of my employers that clued him in that I had a YouTube channel. But I think maybe they found the video because the video just got hundreds of thousands of views. And then the other videos were getting a lot of views. So the reach and the potential for an employer to see that kind of stuff is more likely. And now maybe he thinks I'm crazy. And maybe he doesn't want to have me work with him because he's afraid that I might have a ghost attached to me and then it's going to be haunted and he's going to have to deal with ghosts or something. I don't know. Or maybe he thinks he's going to get abducted by an alien. I don't know. Maybe he just thinks it doesn't look good for the company to hire someone who is making videos about aliens or ghosts or whatever it is. I wish I can figure that out. But all I know is the job I was supposed to start working on next week is no longer my job. Although I have lost a very good job that could have paid me very well if I were to have started, I can't let this stop me from doing the things that I enjoy doing, and sharing YouTube content has been a fun hobby for the last 16 years. And I feel like there's a big connection with a lot of you out here, and I'm very thankful that you watch my videos. And those of you who have been watching for a long time, thank you so much. And those of you who have just subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I will continue to share my opinions, my life experiences, whatever is intriguing to me or I find interesting enough to share, I will share it. And there's times I just share basically anything going on, whether or not I believe it's interesting or not, because everybody has their own opinion on what's interesting. And lately, the thing that has been very intriguing is the whole situation at Bayside Marketplace Mall in Miami, Florida. And I took a trip out there, and maybe me taking that trip and digging for more answers and trying to come up with some kind of logical explanation behind what's been going on and what is supposedly being hidden and what is supposedly being hidden. I feel like someone doesn't want people to share the truth. Now, there's speculation out there that people are being told to not say anything. People are being hushed. There's a lot of censorship going on. There is speculation of something big, and people don't want the world to know what's going on who are on the inside. And when you do get closer to the truth, they try to find ways to hide that truth from the rest of the world. Now, this is all speculation when it comes to these alien encounters and someone covering up some kind of big thing. But it's just very strange that when I share this kind of content and I take a trip to Miami to look into it, and I come back home, and then today I get a phone call saying I no longer have a job, and one of my videos disappearing when it was a supposed witness speaking up about the whole thing that was going on in Miami. I just feel like there's something going on, and somebody just doesn't want the world to know. Now, that's just an opinion. I'm not going to let this discourage me from sharing my opinions about certain topics online, even if it's something else that happens at Bayside Marketplace Mall that I am intrigued about, and I just want to share my thoughts on it and look into it and do some investigation or use some video enhancement software to analyze any footage. I want to know what's going on, especially since it's close by. I mean, I'm only like 8 hours away, or 6.5 hours if I go straight through and not stop at my friend's place in Fort Myers. But I'm intrigued. And I do have a lot of other things going on in my life, and I'm going to share other content. It's not going to be the Miami Mall YouTube channel. I'm not turning it into something different. I'm going to stick with every other thing that I do as well. So be on the lookout for a variety of content on here. I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm going to continue to move forward. And if you want to become a member, feel free to join the membership area. There's a link in the video description if you want to be a member to get early access or to have custom emojis and be able to have another fun way to communicate. I'm trying to grow this channel, especially now that I just lost my job, because of me trying to just share what I believe could be something very big and significant. And I guess it backfired. Now, here's some footage that I believe is responsible for me losing my job. This is the same footage that someone was trying to hide, and it was no longer showing up anywhere in the searches. So I feel like there's something that someone doesn't want shared. Now, that's just my opinion, but here is what led up to what happened now. I got some breaking news. I just got back from a road trip to Miami, Florida, and I visited Bayside Marketplace. I was hanging out at Miami for a little bit, then over at Fort Myers Beach, Florida at my friend's beach house, and then Madeira Beach. And now I am back home after all that driving. And when I got back, I discovered an email from one of the witnesses, or supposed witnesses. So the witness who had shared his experience in one of my previous videos that I uploaded a few days ago has recanted his statement, so he just wants to take back what he said. He said he's been stressed out ever since sharing his supposed experience online and sending it to other people, and he just wants to recant his statement and take back his words. And he wanted to make sure that I made it publicly known that he is withdrawing what he said about his supposed alien encounter, and he's sorry for wasting my time, and he hopes that I understand. I'm okay with that, but I think there's something bigger going on, because when this supposed witness came forward, and I did share it in a previous video, for some reason after 2 days the video was doing really well, and it was showing up #1 on the search results when you searched Miami Mall. And I feel like somebody did not like that. Somebody was trying to keep that
I guess, censored. And I'm going to go over that right now because when I was in Fort Myers, Florida, I did bring it up because it was concerning me that there's a probability that someone was trying to censor what this supposed witness was saying, or maybe there's some other YouTube content creator who doesn't like the idea that my video was showing up first and they are working on the same kind of topic. Here's what I went over right here. And then there's other clips that I went over from Bayside Marketplace Mall, and I will be uploading some new content based on my trip to Miami. And of course, that visit to the mall was different than I thought it was going to be. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But I'm going to share all that experiences in my upcoming videos. But here's what was going on.
There's never a dull moment at Bayside Marketplace Mall. I have some more footage that is claimed to be from Bayside Marketplace Mall. I went over to the Bayside Marketplace Mall in Miami, and now I'm back here in Fort Myers Beach, Florida, at my friend's beach house. Now, what I had discovered when going on YouTube is that someone is trying to censor what that supposed witness was saying about what he experienced at Bayside Marketplace Mall. Now, I don't know if this is just a glitch in YouTube's algorithm, but it seems like for the last couple of days, this video has vanished from the search results and the views have vanished. And I don't know what's happening, but it seems like something's going on. So it was about 4 days ago, I had uploaded a video examining actual alien footage, this supposed footage, and that there was a supposed witness who spoke out. And it seems like it was doing fine, getting around 500 views an hour. You can see right here. It was pretty consistent. And then all of a sudden, the video got shut off like a switch. And look at this here. Nothing here on, it vanished. As you can see there, that's the real-time views of that particular video of this supposed witness. And maybe someone saw it and did not want this witness's words to get out, so they found a way to make it unsearchable. I don't know. This makes me wonder what is going on here. So I decided I was going to go ahead and re-upload this, and I think maybe there was a portion of what the witness was saying that maybe the algorithm on YouTube did not like, or somebody had an issue with. So it was only about 2 seconds, so I decided to delete that 2 seconds of what this witness had said so that you get a chance to see this video, because I feel like it was purposely hidden because maybe someone didn't like something that the supposed witness had spoken in that video clip. So like I said before, take what these witnesses say with a grain of salt. Until they have actual proof, I cannot consider that legit information, and this would be considered just for entertainment purposes, and I'll leave it at that. There has been speculation of many witnesses who have been afraid to speak up about what they had seen at Bayside Marketplace Mall when all the chaos unfolded. And there has been some witnesses who decided to share what they have experienced while they were at that mall during that chaos. Now, one of these witnesses had sent me a video to my email, and after looking at it, it's making me think very, very deeply about this whole situation. I'm going to show you the clip in its entirety, and I had to listen carefully because it was really hard to understand some of the words, but most of it I can hear. So let's get to that.
Everybody got crazy, started running all around, screaming, and then I saw a light. It was a bright light. It was shining so bright. It was something I understood like I was sci-fi movie. I saw all these police coming in and telling everybody to get out of there. And everybody was being really suspicious. Because everybody was going towards me, and they told me to get out. I was like, why? Why will I never stop talking? I want to know what's going on. They kept on telling me that there ain't nothing going on, just a bunch of fireworks, and to get out of there.
Now, whether or not this person was trolling the internet and sending this clip to everybody so that they can get some kind of excitement out of trolling everyone who is looking deeply into these events that are happening at Bayside Marketplace, or maybe this is legit footage. It's really hard to tell without reading minds, and I don't know what someone's motive would be to do that. So maybe somebody's being hushed up and told not to say anything, and they just wanted to let the world know that there was something there. They saw something. They saw a light. They saw something that looked like it was coming out of a sci-fi movie, and they were told to shut up and leave. So whether or not that's true, I don't know. At this point, I would just take it with a grain of salt and just assume that this could be somebody trolling
until we can find more witnesses that speak up and let us know that they saw this light, that they saw something happening, and maybe somebody told them to hush, to keep quiet and not let anybody know, and then tell them to get out of there.
I believe that supposed witness statement that I had shared on YouTube is responsible for me losing my job that I didn't even have a chance to start working at yet. I feel like it's a combination of everything, but it seems like somebody did not want that video to be seen, because that particular video with that supposed witness vanished in the YouTube search results when you would search the whole topic about that alien mall or Miami Mall. My video used to be first on the search, and now it vanished and you couldn't find it no matter what you did. And the views stopped coming in. So someone doesn't want that particular supposed witness to be seen. Then, of course, later I get an email. And of course, later I get an email from that supposed witness recanting their statement, taking back their words. So I wonder what led them to not want to speak about it anymore, or backing out of it. So, I feel like there's something big going on. And that's just my opinion. I don't know exactly what's happening at Bayside Marketplace Mall. And I went there and everything seemed like a normal day at the mall, or a normal day at some outdoor shopping place, because it's pretty neat there. But other than what I've experienced coming back home and what has happened to my camera equipment and what I caught on my Ring camera when I got back home the night after, I'm thinking that something is going on and is attached to my equipment, my camera equipment, and now something's going on outside my house. I'm going to get into that in another video, because there's a lot to share, and I got footage that I want to unfold and bring to you on this channel. And I want you to see what my Ring camera caught the other night. And it looks very similar to the images that was caught on the camera when I was at Bayside Marketplace Mall. There were things that I did not see with my own eyes that later on I saw in the footage. And there were some other weird things that happened to the footage. And I have to get the time to put that together. And maybe in a couple days, I'll have that video available. It's just right now, I'm stressed out because I just found out that I just lost my job. In the meantime, I'm going to be juggling a lot of other things, and I will be working on this next video. So stick around and see what I have. I am going to keep pushing hard to reach out to the world on YouTube. I'm not going to give up YouTube because I lost my job because of YouTube, or at least that particular topic. I feel like there's something big going on, and who knows, maybe my employer works for somebody else who works for somebody else or knows somebody, and it all connects to Miami Mall. I don't know. That's just me thinking this, but I feel like there's just something going on. And all I can say is, if you're sharing this kind of content on YouTube and you want to share your opinion about it or investigate footage, just keep in mind that it could end up leaving you in the same situation that led me. Look, I lost my job. Could that happen to the next person? I don't know. I guess it all depends on the totality of things. Like, what is your YouTube channel about? Do you have ghost hunting videos? Do you have stalker videos? Like, I share a lot of crazy videos of me exploring places and some stalker woman, just leaving creepy notes and stalking me and harassing me, and then the paranormal event of insanity. I'm talking like things moving around, things flying in the house. I mean, if an employer sees that kind of stuff and they don't believe in ghosts, or they don't believe in aliens, they might not hire the person who is promoting that kind of content on YouTube. They might say, I'm not hiring him. I don't believe in what he is either believing in or sharing. And that's just kind of how it is. But anyway, all of you are amazing. And thank you so much for being a subscriber here on this channel and just being part of this YouTube channel, whether you watch my content all the time or when you have a chance. I just appreciate that. Don't forget to smash that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing.